Um, so to begin the video, I guess it's been an extremely long time since we posted anything. Um, Unfortunately, I had other things to attend to, being in the military. So I guess that's not really an excuse. We could have done something like this, but we did try to make a few bat reps back in December and January, but we suffered a few technological issues on my behalf. Not properly copying files over, so that caused a bit of a delay in making any bat reps. Um, as far as that goes, I apologize. It would have been one of the first bat reps Anthony would have actually won on video too.
Yeah.
He has this amazing track record of never being on film when he wins bat reps, and I promise you, he wins probably just as frequently as I do.
And no, it was like the first game with like my new painted like Nurgle demons, and like I was really happy, like, oh, I finally won, and nothing. I got nothing out of it.
Yep.
Ugh.
So I apologize in advance for that. Unfortunately, I don't know when I'll be able to do another bat rep with Anthony again per se, because currently I'm in Germany.
Yeah.
I'll be here for the next pretty much 2 years, maybe even longer. So I mean, I may be able to take some vacation, come home, see everyone, and maybe shoot a bat rep or two. Maybe do a 24-hour film session where we get a couple games in. I don't know. I'll see. It's really hard to do something like that
Mm-hmm.
when everyone wants to see me when I come home.
Right.
So I'm gonna try to make it a priority this time.
Yeah. And while he's in the military, I've been in college right now studying for culinary. So it's like he's busy doing something, I'm busy doing something, and because of the time differences, like we've barely been able to talk because he's like 6 hours ahead of me. So yeah, very
Right. I
difficult.
mean, as we're shooting this, it's like 10 o'clock right now
And it's
in,
four
in
o'clock for
Germany.
me.
Yeah, so that's time difference has kind of been weird. I'm probably gonna shoot. There are some game shops around here. I'm probably gonna shoot some bat reps, and I might post it to my channel, Board Gamer Dude, and I'll probably just set up some stuff and see what I can do. Definitely in the near future, I'm just gonna do um, a blurb video of me assembling some stuff and just talking while I assemble and just talk about techniques I use whenever I assemble stuff because I'm working on a demon army because I'm interested in starting fantasy, which I've tried playing fantasy in the past and it just doesn't grip me. The story doesn't grip me as much as 40k does, but I'm giving it a second try of playing Chaos Demons. My theory being, if I don't like it, I can use them for 40k, and demons are a
Mm.
strong army in 40k right now.
Oh yeah, they are. Well, I mean, it also depends on what god you take, obviously.
Right,
Some
right.
gods are stronger than others. I mean, I'm always going to pick Nurgle, but I mean, they have some upsides and some downsides here and here.
And here Zinch is always gonna be my boy. Plots and deception. But this is probably really boring to anyone watching. So we're just gonna do some discussion about some new Forge World stuff that's come out.
Oh, baby, the Forge World.
So today is March 2nd. So if you've been on Forge World recently, you might have seen these. But we're just gonna share our thoughts and opinions.
Mm-hmm.
So first we'll do the fifth window, new uh the new Imperial Fists character.
Let's see how you Alexis. Is that how you say
Um,
his name?
I oh, Alex. I mean,
Alex is Pollux.
uh, Pollux. See, I read a lot of the Horus Heresy series. It's a great set of novels, and I've followed every single one of the Horus Heresy characters came out. I have no idea who this guy is.
Yeah.
I don't know what book he appears in, but then again, I didn't read too many of the Horus Heresy books about the Imperial Fists because they just they just didn't interest me. So
Mhm.
I don't know. Maybe if someone in the comments can tell me what the book is, I might look into it and try to check it out. But it's a very good looking model.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm gonna click on it see all the views of it real quick.
Yeah, I'm trying to look it up as much as I can.
As always with these Forge World characters, the base job is just stunningly
No,
detailed.
I love this one because like you see like the fallen flag of the Iron Fists. Or is it the or Iron
Iron
Warriors?
Fists. Oh, Iron Warriors, yeah.
Yeah, you see like the silver skull with the caution stripes.
Yep. That's really cool.
Mm.
I didn't even notice that till you said it actually. But it looks like he's got a like a little melt-a-gun attached to his power fist, which looks really neat.
Let me see if I can get a shot.
The detail on the face is
Oh yeah.
really stunning for such a small model too.
Mm-hmm.
Usually don't see that, and it's whoever did the painting did a wonderful job. I mean, it's a very stunning looking model,
Mm-hmm.
and all the characters I must say have been done really well.
31. That's in pounds. Yeah.
Not bad, not bad. I mean, it's a little expensive for a single model, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's a character you enjoyed, it might be worth it. Let's see the new bundles. I don't want to look at those right now. Let's see this. Oh, the Solar Auxilia, the Solar Auxilia Stormhammer Super Heavy Assault Tank. This just looks like a Chimera and a Baneblade had a
Oh.
twisted love child.
Oh
I see
my.
a bunch of like multi lasers on the side and the front, and then just a bunch of big guns. I don't know what they are. I don't play guard, so I can't really say
Wait, am I
anything.
looking at the same one?
No, the third one, third block.
The Solar Auxilia.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, the Stormhammer.
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking at the Basilisk. Oh my.
Yeah. That thing's got. Oh my God. It's
Yeah,
it's interesting. I'll give it that.
looks like you have like.
Not a vehicle I would particularly want to take,
Uh,
but
hmm. I can see a lot of conversion for like I don't know, like the Baneblade like bases were always good for like some sort of conversion work.
I mean, guard is like one of those like that's like the ultimate sign that you've sunk a lot of money into Warhammer, just because
Mm-hmm.
they're a good army, but they're so goddamn expensive. No matter how you play them, it's like you either have a lot of guardsmen, you have a bunch of expensive tanks.
Yeah, it's like 150 pounds for that. Like it's a
Oh
pricey
yeah,
model.
getting close to like Titan prices with that. Although super heavies seem to be the part of 7th edition, which
Mm.
I haven't played too much 7th edition. I haven't played a single 7th edition game where a super heavy was involved. But from what I've seen, because I've been watching a couple 7th edition games,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the introduction of super heavies.
You don't?
I don't. I honestly feel like they for how many points they cost, they do a little too much.
Mm. I still like the Stompas and stuff. I think they have a purpose in each game.
Right. But then again, I mean, Stampas like I don't know. That's a hard one to say. I mean, wait, you know what surprised me how much the Gorkanaut and the Stampa were close in price.
Mm-hmm.
They're like $10 difference, and the Stampa's like twice as big as the Gorkanaut.
Mm-hmm. But I like the Gorkanaut and the Morkanaut. I think they're really
Oh
cool.
yeah, they're terrific models. Don't get me wrong, I love them.
Mm-hmm.
But G-Dub, man. They just know how to pluck at your heartstrings in the
Mm-hmm.
way that it's just like you either fork over the cash or you're just kicking yourself because you just want the damn model.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but price increases are just so prominent with that company.
Did you check out the Captain of the Night Lords?
Oh, you mean Conrad
Sevatar.
Curtis?
No, Sevatar. Sevatar, first Captain of the Night Lords.
Oh yeah. He was in a book called Lord of Night. Wasn't even a Horus Heresy book, but it was really cool.
I like
Like
his like armor. Like
most of
jeez.
the what?
I like his like armor, like his like
Yeah,
helmet and stuff like that. A lot of detail.
yeah. That was one of the non 40 one of the non Horus Heresy 40K novels that I enjoyed the most. Like
Mm.
it was like really cool. You felt really attached to him as a main character, even though he's a traitor marine.
Mm.
I don't want to say chaos because if you read the book, he kind of draws this like line where he's like I don't worship the gods, and if I ask for the gods' favor, it's for myself, and I'm not really following them. I'm just sort of using them like a tool, and it's really cool. It's a good read. It was one like a lot of the non Horus Heresy books are bad. Like I don't know if anyone's read Storm of Iron. That was a really boring book, and it was just like the ending was like so like you at the end of the book you're just like so what?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like it just ends, and you're just like you have nothing to show for it. It's like so that just happened.
Yeah, I haven't read many of like the novels. Like I've read a few Horus Heresy here and there.
Right.
Um, I read Horus Rising. Jake, what was the one that I loaned to you that I read? It was with the Blood Angels.
Oh, Fear to Tread.
That
That
was
was a
it.
good one. That was a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
That was although one of my favorite of all time will be the Mechanicum.
Mm-hmm.
I'll I will preach its praises day and night. That was one of my favorites. And False Gods was a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
That the way that book ended was really really cool.
Did you like Fulgrim? I think you taught. I can't remember.
I have mixed feelings about Fulgrim. I
Mm.
mean, not because Ferris dies, being one of my favorite Primarchs.
Right.
I'm not that biased. It has nothing to do with that. My my problem with the way Fulgrim went was like it was like the whole Anakin Skywalker syndrome where it's just like
No, I
and
got you.
Horus does this too in False Gods, so I'm not trying to be picky, and False Gods was one of my favorites, but like it was just like all of a sudden like it's like one scene it's like Fulgrim's this I'm loyal to the Emperor, I would never question him, and just like all the other the would-be traitor Primarchs,
Mm-hmm.
they like they're just like I'm loyal to the Emperor. I mean, some of them clearly not. Some of them had some shady agendas, but like Fulgrim was just like I'm gonna be loyal to the Emperor. He's important to me. And then the next scene is just like he picks up this like clearly like evil weapon that shouldn't have been taken, and it's like whatever. And, like
Right.
the thing that made me mad is like, okay, you know how many Primarchs took weapons from host worlds
Mm-hmm.
and went like, boom, put it in this trophy room,
Mm-hmm.
and the way the humanity was at the time, they are really strong advocates for humanity is the supreme race in the galaxy, and we will inherit the universe. So why is it with like the way humanity's like that, Fulgrim just decides, fuck that, this is my new sword. Like it's like why?
Oh.
Why? Like it's like the whole like bond between Ferris and Fulgrim was supposed to be that weapon forging contest they had, and
Mm-hmm.
that like it ended so brutally that like that they became so close that it was like I'm gonna carry the weapon you made for yourself in honor of you, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So why is this like the closest brothers of all the Primarchs, and they have this like token of their love for each other? He just decides, fuck that. This looks pretty, but it was made by aliens. Like, why isn't this in your like art galleries and museums that the thing was known for?
Mm-hmm.
And then immediately, once like you get this sword, you start hearing voices in your head. You think a super intelligent being would realize, hey man, I didn't hear voices in my head before I picked up this sword, and now I do, and it's telling me to betray my father, who I'm supposed to be super loyal to. Like You think like you would just be like, maybe it has something to do with the alien technology I stole from this planet.
But maybe he was compelled to pick that up because, like, he wasn't maybe hearing the voices, but like maybe it had like an attraction, like, oh wow, that's really pretty, and he couldn't like go away from it like a siren
What is
almost.
he, like a woman in a diamond like gallery? Like, oh, like come on, like.
I mean,
Can someone like point out like the reason he took the sword other than like plot convenience? And what really okay, I can let that go. I can let that go because you know Fulgrim had to betray Ferris and help start the Horus Heresy. It
mhm.
had to be done, and I'm not even gonna begrudge him. Where I really lost faith in the book is when Fulgrim and four captains, albeit his first captains and like his really close like ones, like took on an entire Eldar craft world and won. Like what? It was like at one point like 100 like Eldar Dire Avengers are shooting shuriken catapults at them and they're getting hit, but none of them are dying and it's like superhero like captains that aren't dying to like all these like Eldar and Eldrad is there.
Mhm.
Like, are you kidding me?
I
It's like
mean,
this is the best psyker in the entire Eldar race.
well, their bolts are
There's
only what, AP5, AP4.
you've played Eldrad, you know how strong
I
it
have,
is.
no, no, no. I have not played Eldrad.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, no, no,
But
no.
okay, you've seen what Eldrad can do. Why in the fuck is him in an entire craft world being halted by okay, Primarchs are badass, but no Primarch by himself is badass enough with four captains to halt an entire Eldar craft world and army. It's like the Avatar of Cain should have at least killed two of them outright. Like this is an Avatar of Cain. I don't know how many games you've played where a Space Marine captain, even if you use the Horus Heresy rules, has been up against a Avatar of Cain. Avatar of Cain is gonna win every time, no matter what war gear you feed to that captain.
hmm
He may take down the Avatar of Cain with him if he's lucky, and that would be like he would have to make every invulnerable
I
save.
was gonna say,
It
I
can
mean, there's always a
It can
possibility.
happen. It can happen. But it's not likely. It's more likely that this Avatar of Cain with higher weapon skill, initiative, and strength is going to level that captain.
I've seen crazier things happen.
Like my Dreadnought killing your Demon Prince on my very first tournament game
I
of.
was gonna refer to our previous games with my Nurgle demons and my demon princesses, but okay.
Oh, where you rolled like that entire turn of like amazing rolls.
It's like, oh yeah, my demon prince has what, like a 3, feel no pain. Oh, he's fine.
Yeah, and then 2 turns later, he fails like his leadership or whatever
It
his
was demonic instability.
yeah, demonic instability and just disappears.
Mm-hmm. Nah, but he
He
was like,
rolls so well with demons, except for demonic instability.
that's why you get rerolls.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, but that's my issue with Fulgrim. Like, it's a pretty good story, beginning to end. I just feel like they made Fulgrim a little too human.
mm-hmm.
Where the point where like you're at a point in the book where you can like where he's talking to like these bureaucrats from Terra, and like they're just talking down to Fulgrim. Like these are just normal humans, and they're pretty much just talking down to a Primarch. And I'm like, like, first of all, do you know how many times a human in like 40K novels has like been in the presence of a Primarch and like literally was dumbfounded and didn't know what to say,
Mm-hmm.
besides like their thoughts were just racing with like, this is the most beautiful like example of humanity, and like I have no words to like describe how humbled I was to see this spectacle, and I didn't even hear him speak. All I had to do was gaze at him, which is part of this whole like they have this like psychic charisma thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like these guys, these like not like precursors to Lords of Terra just go up to Fulgrim and go like just like talking shit at him, and it's like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if he would have talked to any other Primarch like that, they would have leveled them.
Like, come on, let's give an example of a Primarch that would, like, be very...
Raymond Russ would
There we
dick
go.
someone if he fucking was talked to like that. He wouldn't even care about the repercussions. You're like, no one talks. First of all, Russ probably wouldn't even be able to punch him because one of his like wolf lords would have beat him to it, and he would have been like, no one talks to the Wolf King of Fenris like that.
What about Angron?
Angron would have decapitated him. He would have just been like, he's like, look, your politics mean nothing. My axe cuts you down all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Mortarion would have decapitated him.
What? No, it's like, do you remember back in like the old like Transformers, like how the monarchy went with the Decepticons? It was like it's not like with Autobots. It was like how like a Prime is the leader.
Right.
With the Decepticons, it was the strongest. So you had like the strongest Megatron, i.e. the Primarch, and then you had this like lonely little shit Starscream. It was like, oh, you're the worst. You're the worst. I'm gonna take your position one day.
Right.
And you're like wondering, why doesn't he beat the hell out of him? Same thing with that. Why doesn't the Primarch just, just slap him upside the head?
I mean, in this case, you don't even have to worry about an undestroyable spark or whatever that keeps Starscream alive. It's like, yes, there would have been repercussions, but it's just like, how are you going to hold a Primarch accountable? It's like he's winning the galaxy for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like honestly, it's like if every Primarch were to do something to him, like Alfarius and Omegon would make sure not only would he disappear, but no one would ever ask who he was.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would have been as if he never existed. Corvus would have probably like presented him some like proverb that would have like confused them and been like made them respect his intelligence or something. Magnus probably would have been like, buddy, I can unmake you with a thought.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, look at all the knowledge I have amassed. Is like, there is more bureaucracy that is run twice as efficiently on Prospero than will ever be done in Terra in a decade.
Mm-hmm. What was the who's the Raven Guard guy?
Corvus.
Who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Sanguinius.
Oh, Sanguinius would have been like. Sanguinius would have just been like.
please stop that.
He would have just been like. He's like, if it's the Emperor's command, I'll put up like with a dick like you. Dorn would have been like, do you know who you're talking to? I am the Demi-Emperor.
What would Mortarion say?
He'd be like, silence, and just like slice him down with his scythe. Let's see. I'm trying to think of like scenarios. The other Primarchs, like, I don't know. The traitor ones definitely wouldn't put up with it.
Mm-hmm.
Except Partubo. He would have put up with it, but then later he would have like probably punched a hole through a wall and went like, I wanted that to be his skull. But I have to keep up appearances.
Because, he's the celebrity of the Primarchs.
He's like he's the unsung hero of the Imperium, and he just got sick of it. That's why he turned traitor. He's like, no one respects me.
No one will. I'm out
And
here.
he's like, fuck it. So, anyway, we have blurbed way too long about the Horus Heresy.
Mm-hmm.
How about, let's move on to the last new thing added. Ooh. Wordbearer's Mara Gaul Tainted Dreadnought.
No, I saw that. I thought that was so cool.
That is really cool.
No, obviously with how it works with GW is if it's a really cool model, that means it sucks in game.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Like,
let's see, let's count the models. Mandrake's for the Dark Eldar, one of my favorite models in the 40k universe.
oh,
They're
most
terrible.
definitely. Um, not straight. What are the Eldar units with the wings?
The Flying Hawks or
Swooping
swooping
Hawks.
Hawks.
That's what it is. Yeah,
They're
Swooping
actually
Hawks.
viable now.
Yeah, but before they
Mm.
are just like complete trash.
I think all the Eldar
Tau, I don't know what happened,
mm-hmm.
but like in 6th edition, they're like one of the better armies. Whether you played Taudar or not,
Mm-hmm.
Tau were a standalone army, and they were good. Now they're just so bad.
You love to say that, I know.
Like, I play Tau, like, purely because of Farsight, because he's space samurai. Like, he's badass. Like, I was like, oh, I gotta play this guy. But then it's just like, if you've purchased the Farsight book like I have, you were cheated.
Mm.
Just straight out cheated. Like, that book is useless. All the war gear is completely useless. There was one that was really good. Used to be able to get a 5-up invuln, which is more expensive than a shield generator that gives you a 4+, but it gave you 4 dice to deny the witch.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, this is awesome. There's no deny the witch anymore.
Jake, oh, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. I want to bring back this model. I just want you to like just properly look at the details of this because I'm just looking at this. Okay, so he has a close combat, like dreadnought close combat weapon for his left, and for his right, like I couldn't see before, but if you change the picture to something else, that's clearly like a plasma cannon of some sorts.
Right.
And then if you look at like his face, like it's like a helmet, but then like this like demon face is crashing through it.
Right, yeah.
Ah.
Because if you've ever seen the Contemptor ones, it's a giant helm. Well, you have a
Yeah,
Contemptor.
yeah, I have a Contemptor, but like that's just
Yeah.
like so cool how they're incorporating like
Oh,
this demon like breaking
I
through
like
it.
how skull-like the demon like side is. Like if
Mm-hmm.
you see it, it's really cool. It's did everything that the
The
Hellbrute did
Hellbrute,
wrong.
yeah. Did they update? I thought did they update that model?
No.
Okay, I didn't know if they did or not.
See, the problem is that's another thing. Okay, the Hellbrute itself isn't even that ugly of a model. What makes the model even more ugly is its stats.
Mm-hmm. Like it's not even like a good Chaos Dreadnought.
No, it's not.
Like I think the old Chaos Dreadnought was better than the Hellbrute that we have right now.
The old Chaos Dreadnought, I remember in 5th edition, was actually a viable strategy because, like, the way the front arc rules worked for Dreads,
Mm-hmm.
you could just have it go crazy on whatever was in front of it, which was obviously your enemy. You're not going to throw something. So it was like people would actually take them, but, like, they're bad now.
No, I
The thing is, I don't understand why the Blood Angels can be and the Space Wolves, why the Twilight Army books are the only ones that can get useful dreadnoughts.
mm-hmm.
I mean,
I really like the Space Wolves though. Like,
oh yeah,
their new dreadnoughts are like the Murder Fang, the Venerable.
I think it's kind of dumb that they can take storm shields.
I know, right? It's just like
I mean,
walking
you
around
can
with this
look back
giant
to
Hulk of metal on his arm.
I kind of like, okay, it's not even, I think it looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is it's too strong.
Well, it has what? It's I think a 13 armor front that has a 3-up invulnerable save, and it gets to reroll the damage chart because it's venerable.
How do you like without and it's not expensive to run.
I can't
I think
remember.
it's like a little over 200 points for those things.
Actually, wait. Are they in the cut? Hold on, let me check my codex real quick. Actually, if I have it.
Sure.
Yeah, I do have the Space Wolves.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna continue my thoughts on dreadnoughts. I've said in the past, and people in past videos, if you even remember, I mentioned that in order to make dreadnoughts viable, an invulnerable save should be added. And my defense for it is that Terminator armor is based off of dreadnought armor. In fact, in the Horus Heresy, they refer to Terminator armor as tactical dreadnought armor.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, so why does something that's smaller and like a portable version of dreadnought armor not have an invulnerable save? If anything, it should have a better invul, especially because they're expensive to take. They're one of the most expensive walkers, and you really don't get your bang for your buck because they still have the same
Oh, here we go.
uh, ballistic skill and stat line as a normal Space Marine. And yes, it has the advantages of being a walker and whatnot, but I just never thought them a valid choice in an army because they used to be in 5th edition just the unit you took as a tar pit, but now it's not even a good tar pit unit
Mm-hmm.
because it can get taken down so quickly,
Mm-hmm.
especially the way combat works now. So that's my grievance with it. I mean, but to give it a storm shield, like to go from 0 invuln to 3+ is a big leap. I've always said to make dreadnoughts fair, they should get a 5+ invuln, or a 6+ and it will not die. You know, to balance it.
You want to know how many points it is to make it a venerable and have that shield with the axe? It's 135 points.
Huh?
It's 135 points for it to be venerable and have the axe shield combo.
135?
Yeah,
That's like cheaper than a normal
but
space
the
dread.
the front armor isn't 13.
What is it?
It's 12.
That's the same. That's stupid.
I thought it was 13 because I thought the other
Is it
ones
like
were
a
13.
normal storm shield, just a 3+ invuln
I was just
base?
about to look that up. It's called a blizzard shield. Blizzard shield, huh?
Because if it's a 3+, that's ridiculous.
It might just be a 4 up. I think we're giving it
That's
too
like
much.
the worse than the Lone Wolves in 5th edition.
Blizzard shield.
Oh man, it's a 3+, isn't it?
A blizzard shield confers a 3+ invulnerable save against
Oh,
all hits that strike the dreadnought's front-facing armor.
okay,
So side and rear are protected by the shield.
okay. But the thing is, in close combat, this is like the old storm shield, which used to be, it used to give you higher in close combat. So, because in close combat against a dread, you always strike first armor, regardless of where the model is placed.
Now, you can use this. It counts as a weapon just in case you get your axe hand blown off. The blizzard shield is strength user AP2 melee.
Okay, strength 6, AP. It's AP2?
AP2.
Holy
Just
crap!
just for the shield.
Holy crap!
And
What the heck?
I'll just read you the stat lines for the Venerable Dreadnought, just as a reminder. Weapon skill and ballistic skill 5, strength 6, front side armor 12, rear armor 10.
Don't their dreadnoughts have that same? Don't they have like Bjorn's old rule where like if he dies, he becomes an objective?
I don't believe so. Wait. No. No, they don't. Maybe the other ones.
I know. I don't know. Maybe I haven't read too much of the new Space Wolves book.
I just checked the Murder Fang and the Dreadnought. I'm not seeing
Damn,
it. Jesus.
they're such a strong army.
I want to see. Jesus Christ, this Murder Fang is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, Murderfang's super strong. He pretty much got the old saga of the Warrior Born, where the more he kills, the more attacks he gets.
Hmm.
Although
Well, let me see what this axe does.
he suffers from. Oh, does it have Hellfrost?
I have no idea. It's a Great Fenrisian axe. It comes with because it's when you get the shield, you also have to buy the axe with it with a storm bolter.
Do you know what Hellfrost does?
No,
From what I've been told, it's pretty much instant death even if you have Eternal Warrior.
no, it's not that.
Okay.
What it is, it's twice the strength of the user. So it would be strike 10 because it's the highest you can go. AP 2 melee mastercrafted.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the Hellfrost rule.
Oh, I have to
What
see.
I've been told is it's an instant death even if you have Eternal Warrior. Which, if that's true, that's dumb.
Hellfrost. I'm trying to see where that would be. Let me try up here. Hellfrost weapons. Here we go. Hellfrost. When a model suffers one or more unsaved wounds from this weapon, it must pass a separate strength test for each wound suffered or be removed from play.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. What strength test is you have to roll
Equal or under your strength. So for a marine, if a marine,
but a 1 always fails, right?
no, 1 always passes.
Oh, 6.
6 always fails.
6 always fails.
So for a marine, a 5 or 6, he would be removed from play because he has a strength of 4. Yeah, strength tests are equal to or lower, they're safe.
My God, he's still pretty strong.
Yeah, I've rarely looked through this book.
Although I can't say that Hellfrost is broken. That's actually, I mean, I'm not a fan of removes from play rule though.
Yeah,
Although it kind of helps you deal with Commissar Yarick eternally getting up.
yeah, I'm just looking through some of this
Oh
stuff.
my goodness.
What's that?
So I just went on GW website and they made a new Bloodthirster model.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Oh, it's so beautiful.
That's gorgeous.
It's plastic too, which makes it better.
It's plastic. It's like GW has finally decided to listen to people. Oh wait, no. I'm looking at the price. GW has definitely not decided to listen to them. It's fans. Oh, but it's such a glorious model.
Just think of that, but in 40K. Oh my god, look at that.
I mean, it could be used for 40K.
Yeah, but just like look at that. That's beautiful.
You know what's not beautiful?
Hmm.
Look at how it's being held up.
Yeah, by that little.
That's a
fire.
nightmare waiting to happen, and you know it.
But it looks relatively thick. So it's not going to be that flimsy. But
I disagree. Look at how big that model is.
no, I understand. But I think but it's not going to be that bad if that's all one piece. Like the leg in that is one piece. Like it looks like it is.
Okay, but even if it's not, I still see it's at least going to be a falling over issue.
Well, then you just have to put like magnets or like a coin under the backside and give it some stability.
Yeah, but I don't see the point of adding that. I mean, yeah, it makes it look cool, but
Oh, it makes it look really cool.
I like the axe though. That looks badass.
Mm-hmm.
Just another reason it's good to give forth blood for the blood god. Maybe there'll be an update to Lord of Change next. One can only hope.
Yeah, right. I think someone's knocking on my door.
Ooh. Okay, well,
we can cut it off here.
Yeah, I'll just cut it off here. Well, we put out a video, so you can't say we didn't do nothing. Although we've been doing nothing for over a year now. maybe 2 years. But hopefully this will be the first of many.
All
Till
right,
next time.
later.
Bye bye.